Hello, anatomy and physiology. I just wanted to create a video to show you some of the technical sides of class, especially if you're a student who's at home, so that you can have access to these resources. Um, First step is, how do you get access to the materials you need for school? So great place to always start is gsps.k12.mt.us, Great Falls Public Schools homepage. You can always just Google Great Falls Public Schools or GFPS. That would likely come up. And then if you go to students and parents and online resources, many of you are familiar with this already. There's links to different things. The first thing I want to point out this year is that there are the lesson plans for teachers right here. So we have all of our teachers listed on here, and you don't have to search through all of them. You can just type in your teacher's name, click their plan book link, and this should give you access to the lesson plan. So like, what did we do in class today? Okay, it's basically what we call the one sentence lesson plan. And then I always have my homework in here, which I actually even usually direct link for you. If you ever need the access codes, because maybe you switched classes or you got a new computer or whatever, those are there as well as links to remind for you here. Now, if we go back to the online resources page and scroll down, you have the link to your school Google Drive. When you click this, it'll ask you to log in with your school credentials, your ID and username. If that's not working, you need to get in touch with our help desk or a teacher, somebody who can help you get that reset. So that's how you get to Google Drive. So I'm already logged in with a student's account that they're letting me share, and so I added them to my classroom. So when you're in Google Drive, this is kind of where your stuff is stored, but most of our access is going to be through Classroom. So you click the Google Apps, the square of squares. Really, it's actually a square of dots. It used to be square of squares. And that's where you get to the Classroom icon. From there, you'll have all your classes listed. And so I've asked the student to join my sixth period class. You guys are all in there, hopefully already. If not, you can always click the plus button and add the class code that I just showed you was available in the plan book. Now, here we have our classroom stream. Think of the stream as like social media, where the most recent material is at the top and the older stuff is at the bottom. This actually isn't really a great way to view stuff. It's nice to see if I've posted something new, but it's not very organized. I prefer the classwork section, and from here you can see the different materials and stuff that are available to you. It's also organized in a nice way for you. So if you notice that things like our notes and the assignments, the notes here have this little gray box and it's got that bookmark. That is material. It's not an assignment to do, it's just material. And you can actually see that I've edited it this morning because I uploaded new notes for you. But here's kind of the study guide, the blank page. Here's the notes that you guys have been doing with the substitute. Here is a PowerPoint slide for the 17th and 18th. And then I even, it's super long, but I made a video lecture for the students in class and at home for the 17th and 18th. And so that's what that is. So this is kind of a catch-all for the things that I want to let you gain access to. And then here are our different assignments that we've done in class so far. So when you get in here, assignments you haven't done are listed in blue. Another nice thing is you can click view your work and it will show you things that are past the deadline that maybe you haven't done yet. And so it gives you a nice little checklist of things to do or what's upcoming to accomplish. I want to show you how to turn in certain assignments. This is the when you click on homework assignments, you'll usually see that I've attached a Google form. This is the very first one that we did. And you guys hopefully are already used to filling this out. I can't remember what period I said this was. I'm not going to spend the time and read all of these and answer them, so I'm just going to randomly select here the rest of them. Okay, whatever my button sort of clicks. Oops. Just so I can show you the thing that I really want to show you at the end. Now, this was from the beginning of the school year. I think both of you have already done this assignment. But once you've answered all the questions, you can click Submit. And it brings you to a page where you can view your score or submit another response. Why this is important is because when you click view score, it'll tell you how you did. That's pretty good for just guessing. But it'll show you the questions that I missed. So got those first two right, but then I missed 3 and 4 and others as well. But I know I missed number 3 and 4. So what I would do is I would go back to this other tab and click submit another response and go through and answer these again. Occasionally, if it's a really long assignment, I will allow you to edit your original response to correct your answers. But I like to have you just do a new one because I think it helps you learn these a lot better. You could, if you wanted to, toggle back and forth, okay, to the ones that you already know were correct, right? I know this is physiology, and this is anatomy, but hopefully you're reading the questions and then just answering them because it's going to help ingrain it in your brain a little bit better. So the tendency of bodies systems to maintain a relatively constant or balanced internal environment, that's going to be homeostasis. What are chemical reactions in the body? It's going to be metabolism. And again, I'm just going to click these fast, although it's pretty easy. Let's see how I do this time around. So I went through and did it again. I'd want to view my score. All right, and this time I got a 15 out of 15. Okay, I'm happy with that score. Right? I would always encourage you to redo these assignments as many times to get the best score possible. I only take your best score, and you can go back and redo them at any point before your chapter test. So now when I go back to my classwork, this one actually wasn't marked as an assignment, but that should be done. Other ones, like this amino acid research, right? I have some things that I've added on here as far as your instructions go. So I would, if I was the student, I'd want to open this up, okay, and see what is asked of me to do. Okay, creating the assignment. There's some information on how to make subscripts. I've included some links, but then I also had an example of a slideshow, okay, of what's sort of expected of you to do. So when I go back in here, I would add or create work, or you can just start it in Google Drive and then add it from your drive as well. Either way is fine. Personally, I like to just create it in the classroom because then it's already organized and already attached. I think it's harder to lose when you do it that way. So it'll have the student's name. This popped up, okay, this slide from opening up, but that's okay. I could still click on it. And so let's say my amino acid I got was, I don't know, guanine. Okay. I would then go in and put in my information about it. So using this as my guide. Okay, it's full name, molecular formula, and structural formula. And I can refer to this as an example. So anyways, I'd be creating, I think it's GU8, but I'm not positive. And then I would do my research, okay, and upload this assignment. Let's say I'm done. Obviously, I'm not in this example here, but let's say I'm all done. I'm ready to turn this in. I'll click turn it in. It always asks me if I'm ready, and I will go for it. Right? You can also unsubmit your work that way. But this should show up in my to-do list, my view, my work, okay, as being done, and it shows I attached my assignment here. So anyways, I just wanted to show you how you should be going back to try to earn full credit on all your Google Forms and sort of the best ways here to navigate Google Classroom if you had any questions. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is you can always add questions in Google Classroom too. Instead of a class comment, I would recommend a private comment like, can I still turn this in? And then Mrs. Lloyd can reply to you, and that message will pop up on your within that assignment that you asked the specific question. Remind is also a great way of getting in touch. You can even screenshot stuff on your phone if you're struggling with a question on a homework assignment. Just ask me. Maybe you're spelling it wrong or something that I can help you with easily so that you're not confused. Anyways, I just wanted to share all that information with you. I hope it helps a little bit, and thanks for watching.